It's very dangerous because if you go underwater, you could be stuck on the net like a fish. After you don't manage to come on the surface to breathe. You can hoist the net up to when my keel is free from your net. It will be impossible. Fisherman, can you answer? I'm very tired. I wanna cut your bloody net. I say 1,000 times because I'm very kind. I say to you, I don't wanna cut your job. Can you answer or I cut now?
Hello there, welcome to Sailing NV. We're a sailing family pursuing an unconventional dream of sailing around the world in our recently converted ex-Vendée Globe Open 66. Join us this week after a thrilling 24 hours racing through the Torres Strait.
On the middle to the channel.
We find ourselves in a very dangerous situation in the Arafura Sea. We run into a giant fishing net at 10 knots in the middle of the night and get our 4.5 metre bulb trapped in it. A situation like this is particularly dangerous for a boat with our style of keel and rudder. The Arafura Sea is to the west of the Torres Strait, a narrow strip of water between Australia and Papua New Guinea, which is littered with reefs and has a big shipping channel to navigate. The Torres Strait Passage was what we expected to be the most challenging part of our 2,500 nautical mile journey from Vanuatu to Indonesia, and we were both relieved and excited to be out in the Arafura Sea for the first time in our lives. However, this part of the passage had its own challenges, as the first 300 miles of it were only around 50 metres deep and full of fishing boats and their nets, some of which were many kilometres long. Nevertheless, we had a pretty smooth first few days.
Timo do disaster. Joanna steering. She's really racing steering girl. You are really a racing steering girl, and my coffee go everywhere. Another coffee, but I have a Guido, thank you. Well, the boat is amazing because somebody always gives to you one good coffee. Ah, good. Cheers. After we have the babysitter there, the Nemo.
No, it's terrible. Even a childhood, I'm struggling with my English. And
That's a very old school.
What are you say this word? Littered.
Slithered. Slithered.
Chef. Manager. Here we have the pizzaiolo man. Solo, where is? Solo? Ciao, Solo. With his best friend. Nico is very nice with the dog. Eccolo qua, Nico. Ciao, Nico. Have a good rest, eh? Here they're watching. See? And Joe and Nemo overtime. List. Emergency scuba bottle for cut with the dive torch, the very expensive $10 dive torch. We have two for jump in the water during the night and cut. Joanna, be less aggressive, no? You have just 2 meter waves.
You might have realised, if you've been following our channel for a while, that food is pretty important on our boat, and a large amount of time is spent planning, preparing and consuming it. Unfortunately, the sound was off for all of this recorded footage, so we can only show it to you in silent movie format. Perhaps there were some advantages to this. This particular meal was probably the highlight of the trip, a feast that had been simmering in our captain's imagination for the last few days.
Solo, camo, su, you.
Buono.
Allora, the glass, Nico, we missing. The dog and the glass. Whoa, whoa, what you doing? It's a mega burger. Pietro, everything?
Yes.
Mamma mia.
Look at that. Oh my goodness, the cheese. Alright, baby. You miss the dog?
Let me see, vieni qua, fallo vedere da vicino.
Vieni qua.
Come si chiama? What is the name of this burger? Vito's
Burger
burger.
with everything.
Yeah. And you? Wow, also chips. Barbecue sauce. And you, Joanna?
Looks like I get it all right now.
Oh, the waves, the wave. Oh.
Thank you. The boat is okay. Vieni, dai.
In these first couple of days, we saw plenty of fishing boats and their nets, which were marked with a variety of large floating marker buoys, flashing unpredictable multicoloured lights, and AIS transmitters. These nets were often so large, spanning multiple kilometres, that they required many of these signals distributed at intervals along the net. We'd heard stories from other cruisers that they'd come across nets as long as 10 kilometres. So far, we'd managed to steer clear, but on our second night in the sea, we encountered a long line of lights heading north to south directly along our path. Night number 2 in Indonesian waters, and as soon as the sun went down, we instantly saw a whole nother strip of lights, which we were heading straight towards. So we've diverted, and now we're heading north instead of west, along the line of lights, which we assume is marking a net, which also show up as AIS targets, actually, which is handy. And we're trying to communicate with the ship to work out whether we should be going north or south to avoid this net, and where we'll be able to go west again. We were very lucky that one of our crew members, Stefan, had already been in Indonesia and managed to translate and pronounce some key phrases for us to communicate to the fishing boats. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, another AIS alarm appeared on our screens with dangerous target warning, and before we knew it, we'd sailed right into a net. We were sailing downwind about 10 knots at the time, and it felt as if we'd collided with a wall made of rubber as we kind of bounced back. So we took our sails down straight away and started to assess this potentially very dangerous situation.
Very dangerous situation with the We have two problems. Also, if we manage to go down and pull down 5 meters and pass below the bulb, and after go on the rudder, after we have to pull down 3.5 meters and pass below the rudder, look like complicated.
Can't you just cut it? Can't you cut it?
Infatti we try to cut it. For cut it, at the moment we don't need to go down. We can check after down. At the moment the net is on the stern. Why we don't try to see if it's on the right side or on the left side? We pull it up here on the surfboard, and we are going to bring the big cutter, and we start to cut. Everybody please, when we work on the boat with the life jacket, we try with these three tools. Also if we cut on the stern, the net is still around to the bow and probably stuck on the bulb. Pull it up, and we try to pull on the bow.
We appeared to be stuck in the net and assumed it must be wrapped around our keel.
Poi.
We weren't sure which side of the net we were on, as we could see it on both sides of the boat.
Okay, the first thing we have to understand, I think it's on that side. I really don't understand how can we are. Try to lift from that side, it's here. Bring from the back, or is in this side. We have to understand what kind of side it is. Maybe we have to go in the water.
The net was much closer to the boat on our port side, as we were being pushed into it by the current, so we could reach it more easily here.
It will be impossible. No, we have to pull it up, because if you don't let us to arrive to the end, we never be sure where the cut over.
Timo wanted to lift up a whole section of the net from the top floating line to the bottom with the weights in order to understand how much we'd need to cut to be sure to be really free.
We try to go forward. If we arrive on the bow, we put on the bow and we cut from the bow. Once it's on the keel, we have to be sure to arrive over the keel.
Timo wants to lift up the whole net to cut it all, but he really wanted to do this at the bow to reduce the risk that once it's cut it gets caught again on the propeller and rudder. But we were struggling to lift it and keep hold of it all the way to the bow.
If we cut here, the net is attached on the bulb, and we have maybe 1 kilometer on the opposite side. If we arrive on the bow and we separate the two sides, maybe we are free from the bulb in the two sides, because at the moment we have a rudder and keel inside to the net. We have to be sure we are far away. We're fishing a boat arrive.
Yeah, it's coming.
Probably maybe they don't want to be cut.
What a tough shit. We didn't want to go through.
Probably when they arrive, maybe they are nasty, we go to cut. Now, we call fishing boat here on the side to the sailing yacht. Can you answer? We are stuck in your if you don't answer, we have to cut. We don't know how can come out from your shit. Please, can you answer?
Shouldn't you say net, not shit? To make it clear.
Your bloody net is stuck in my boat. Can you answer, or I have to cut your bloody shit net? Please, can you answer in a Fisherman, can you answer? Can you answer? I'm very tired. I wanna cut your bloody net. Can you answer?
I would leave it, Damon. You've called them enough now.
I say 1,000 times because I'm very kind. I say to you, I don't wanna cut your job. Can you answer, or I cut now?
Sorry, don't be angry with me, but if we winch up this net and it's on the rudder, that's not going to put too much force on the rudder?
Joanna, at the moment it's on the side. If we manage to lift all,
Yeah, I'm just
we are
asking.
sure that it's not on the rudder.
Yeah, but okay, if it's already on the rudder, we pull it.
Remove this line. You can remove this line.
Also, what we can do is we can separate the first part and we already free the rudder.
Or the
But
propeller.
we have to prepare another rope. Guido, please find one rope. We attach a 5 meter forward from that one. Me and Nico, we start to cut. We never managed to pull enough ball. We never managed to know if the net is free or not.
So you've already started?
Before to lose.
Timo started cutting some of the interior of the net here as a kind of test to see how easy it would be, as they were struggling to get it all the way to the bow. Our strategy was to lift up the net so we could keep hold of the top edge all the way to the bow where we wanted to cut it, threading ropes through this top edge and tying them to the boat to help support the weight. Well, our best ropes. Just don't lose them. Yeah.
Be careful this season. Okay. Go around to the winch. And now continue it like this. Round, go round, block on the self-tailing. Go. 1, 2. Tieni, hold. You know what? Maybe we managed to go back.
Looks like he's coming. We'd heard stories of other sailors being threatened with demands for large amounts of money to repair nets, and we didn't want to get in trouble with these fishermen.
It's their job, make me sad. It's a lot of $1,000.
We haven't got much choice, have we? How long is it back there?
I don't know.
Exactly.
It can be 1 kilometer.
What are they going to do?
They lift, they go around to us.
Okay. Well, why don't we have a cup of tea and wait then?
Alright, okay.
Okay, allora, wait a moment.
Yeah, I think the guy's making some sign maybe.
Yeah, we go to make a sign to him. Give me the torch, che wanna signal to him. He pulled the net.
Yeah. So he's pulling us.
Yes, he pulled us. But he pulled him at the same time. So he come in this direction and they leave the net. Don't go in reverse when they pull it, eh? They lift and come. Now let me see if the rudder is free. The rudder is free. It's very dangerous because if you go underwater, you could be stuck on the net like a fish. After you don't manage to come on the surface to breathe. You have to watch the rudder. So if the rudder is stuck in the center one, at the moment it's free the rudder. Is intention for
Timo, vieni qua. Timo, somebody will play.
Captain of the fishing vessel from the captain of the sailing yacht stuck in your net. Please, can you answer? Okay, we still not cut your net. If you manage to hoist in my port side, north side. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
The guy said just okay.
Hi, name. I'm coming.
Is attached to your net. You can hoist the net up to when my keel is free from your net. How can you do it normally, Captain? Pam from sailingnv. Over. They can hoist up to when they want, but when they are attached to the keel, we have to say, oh, stop.
Yeah. Do you want to communicate that there is a dangerous situation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Situatie behind.
Maybe Stefan, maybe you talk. Yeah.
This is once per la ragazza
Selamat malam. Situasi berbahaya. Malam sudah makan. Bahasa sedikit. Ya tidak apa-apa.
Whoa! I said, good evening, dangerous situation. And then he started talking Indonesian, so I said, just a tiny little bit Indonesian. Sedikit.
Like maybe we could say bottom of boat, very K-E-E-L. We kept lifting up the net, but at some point we realised there was already a huge hole in it, made from our bulb. So all we had to do was cut a small part of the top and the floating rope, and we were free.
Okay.
So they free.
Sì, Joanna.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Guys, let's go out of the boat before they arrive now.
We have to hoist the mainsail. Please take the white torch. Brad, stay in the area to the mainsail. Okay. And Nico, take the torch and watch the net. Okay. We prepare the mainsail.
I can keep going? kita.
Thank you.
Jalan ikan kamu utuh. Terima kasih.
They said thank you. That's cute.
I said we're free, your net is intact.
Yeah.
Good everybody, thank you.
I understood why we managed to cut the net. Because when we go...
I understood why we managed to cut the net. It's because when we go in, with the bulb, we make one hole on the net. The net probably is longer 20 meters or 15 meters, one big portion. Because when we try to oyster lift on board the net, we don't manage because there is attached the weight in the low parts of the net. But with the wind, with the pressure of the waves, this hole coming big and big and big, and then when we take the decision to cut, we have to cut only 4 meters, the top part plus 4 meters on net, and there is nothing below. And that is because we making the big hole with our bulb. Another boat not with the fin keel never do the hole.
If you enjoyed this video, we'd really appreciate it if you could like, comment, share it with your friends. And if you'd like to see more exclusive content from us, or to buy us a coffee, why not join our Patreon or coffee community? I'll put the links in the description. Thank you.